Hi guys, it's April, and I have a few February releases that I want to let you know about. I don't have a huge long list. I'm still learning how to find and curate what I want to talk to you guys about. But I figure if I put this goal out there, eventually I'll get really good at it and I'll have this great big long list of books that you guys are going to get excited about as well. I'm going to do this in chronological order because that is what makes sense to me, because you want to know what's coming out first and then anticipate what is going to be coming out towards the end of the month. That means on February 4th, the first book on my list comes out, The King of Crows by Libba Bray. This is book 4 in the Diviner series. I have loved the series from the very beginning. Libba Bray is one of those authors that I have truly enjoyed. She has a way of doing dark and eerie. And of course, this series is set in the 1920s, so if you get that supernatural, spiritualistic element set in the 1920s, of course, I'm going to eat it up. But this is going to be the last book in that series, and I'm excited to see what happens to all of my characters that I have really come to love. On February 11th, Night Spinner by Addie Thorley comes out. This is said to be a Hunchback of Notre Dame inspired story, but in this case, you get this fantasy setting, you get this power to control threads of darkness, you have this war-torn warrior of a woman who is dealing with the fallout of everything she's had to deal with, and of course, you have this very epic sounding plot that sounds like it's going to tear me into little tiny pieces of anxiety, and I can't wait to get my hands on it because it sounds amazing. On February 18th, Of Curses and Kisses by Sandhya Menon comes out. This is a contemporary story, which isn't usually in my wheelhouse, but it is a Beauty and the Beast inspired boarding school story. Got boarding school, you've got Beauty and the Beast. I don't know how I feel about this book yet. I thought I'd throw it on this list. It might surprise me how much I enjoy it. I have found that I've been picking up a couple of contemporaries here and there and enjoying the adventures. And of course, if you've got Beauty and the Beast in it, I know it's going to be something that I'm probably going to enjoy quite a bit. Also on February 18th, The Sundown Motel by Simon St. James is also coming out. This is the story of a roadside motel that has a few secrets that it's been keeping. It takes place in two different time periods. You have part of it taking place in the 1980s and you have part of it taking place now. And of course, you have a whole bunch of mysterious things going on in this hotel. It sounds very eerie, which is what originally drew me to the synopsis. I've been craving a few more of those darker thriller type reads, so I think this one is just gonna hit that spot really nicely. And last but not least, on February 25th, The Sound of Stars by Alechia is coming out. I have an art copy of this one, so I will be reading it next month and letting you guys know how I feel about it, but it is the story of an alien invasion, the human race being required to temper down all of its emotions, put away all of its arts, all of its books. But there is a girl who has a secret library, and her secret library has been discovered by one of these aliens, and of course things happen in it. I just like the idea of a secret library and that sci-fi aspect to it, so stay tuned to see how that goes. So those are the reads that I am excited about coming out in February. Tell me down below if you have any reads that you know of that are coming out in February that you are super excited about getting your hands on. And of course, if you would like to stay up to date with my face and every time I upload, subscribe down below, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.